Hi, my name is Patrick Clark, and I run the blog notesintheleftmargin.com. And tonight's little video is just a short one on two very related topics. And there's an article on my blog under a similar name, Overthinking and Hidden Habits. That's one article and one video. Have you ever met someone who's very bright, like exceptionally bright, and yet one of their common woes is that they can never get anything off the ground? I used to know someone like this many years ago. He was a very talented writer, and he really did have a gift, but he never was published. And that is because his stories would get more and more and more detail, just buried in all sorts of detail and wonderful ideas, but way, way, way too much to kind of put into a book. Unless you made it, a multi-volume magnum opus. And I've met a lot of people like this that have great ideas, but they just won't let themselves start. They either put so much detail into it and insist that it's got to be perfect off the get-go, or they just keep going, and months later they give up because the thing has become unmanageable. And sometimes you just gotta dive in and go, okay, I've got an idea, and I'm just gonna put out the basics, and see it from the beginning to the end of one component. And then you can kind of go for the next phase. I corresponded with someone who, when they wrote letters, instead of sticking to one issue, it would be I remember one letter. It had 35 different sections to it. And it was like, and you wonder why nobody really responds, because you've given them too much. And yet, when I talk to people that do these kind of things, and I go, just start with one or two ideas. See it through from the beginning to the end, and then go on to the next two or review it, but do it. They always go, I can't, right? And it's just sort of, yes, you can. You just got to get used to keeping your horizons limited for a while, so that you complete something and you get used to what a completion feels like. And then it dawned on me that this behavior is actually an ingrained habit. Only they're not aware of it. It's just their normal way of operating. They start with a great idea and they are conditioned to think of another idea or another augmentation and go from there and keep going and going and going. So to them, the habit is actually hidden. And, because you really want them to succeed, and yet they are very resistant to the idea of reining their idea in so they can get an end goal in place. And it's this hidden habit, I think, that people have got to start paying attention to. And one of the things people can do is just, when you're in one of these modes where your mind is just bubbling, take a moment to write down 1 or 2 sentences about the first idea, and then pause and take a look at how you feel. If you've got that urge to add more, this is one time when you want to put the brakes on for a sec so that you can complete it, because you just come up against your habit. And, if you're a creative soul, this can be very, 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 very challenging, because creative souls have really good ways of being creative about blocking change. Because the human being in general doesn't like change on all levels. Well, this is one of those where one of the things you can also do is see the accomplishment that you've already achieved in a small step and validate that. Really say, okay, we did this part. We'll stay focused on this. And then when you do get to the end of the first part, most people are kind of surprised. They go, wow, I did. And then they immediately get super excited, and the habit kicks in, and they want to do it all over again and make it bigger. Resist. Make a little bit of a plan, and don't get caught in the whirlwind, which is where I got the idea for this swirling graphic that's on the top of the article. It's a stock graphic, but it sure looks cool. And it so embodies the whirlwind of ideas that go round and around and around. I had a relative once who was a beautiful tiler. He could make fireplaces, all sorts of things. And he really was good at his craft. But on his personal projects, he built he attempted to build a coffee table out of a beautiful mosaic, but not incredibly small. Well, somehow the coffee table took 3 or 4 months. And it got scrapped because he didn't like it. And it was like, oh, it was so nice if he just stopped being a perfectionist and gone, this is for the family. Human beings don't create masterpieces all the time. And it was kind of sad to see that beautiful work go crunch, be thrown out. Anyway, I'm going to stop there because I'm close to doing the same thing that I've been talking about, which is going from one idea to another idea to another idea and never getting to the end. Anyway, read the companion article on my website. Go to my website, notesintheleftmargin.com. My name is Patrick Clark. You can leave comments on the article or to leave comments here on YouTube. Have a good day and take care. Bye bye for now.